This video shows you how to illuminate a work surface in your kitchen with LEDs, for example. Although we offer aluminium rails and LED strips in our online shop, these products almost always need to be cut to size and wired. That's why I'd like to introduce you to an alternative that eliminates all of this work. These lights can be connected together by anyone to any length, accurate to within 10 centimeters. All you have to do is screw on the mounting clips and clip the light bars into place. No transformer or ballast is required. The power cord can be plugged directly into the outlet. The video also includes tips on the correct positioning of the lights and how to install them. In the last chapter of the video, we take a look at how inexpensive no-name products are not always necessarily the best solution. And with that, welcome! The LED sticks provide pleasant and even lighting thanks to modern and energy-efficient light-emitting diodes. The lights are available in lengths of 10, 50 and 100 centimeters. We offer them in our online shop in warm white with 3000 Kelvin and the slightly more intense neutral white with 4000 Kelvin. The LED sticks are very slim, hardly heat up at all, and therefore fit into almost any piece of furniture or display case. These light sticks cannot be shortened, but can be connected to any length with an accuracy of 10 centimeters. Connectors are available for this purpose. These make it very easy to connect two light elements. The connectors disappear into the sticks so that the transition here glows almost completely seamlessly. This means that there are no areas between the sticks without light. These connecting cables are available for corners and curves. The connectors have a notch on one side and may only be inserted into the correct side of the sticks. This is also important for the supply cable. Please also pay attention to which side you can feed power into for the first LED stick. Here I will show you the complete modular system with the corresponding item numbers again. The LED stick light is available in 3 different lengths and 2 different light colors. A power cord is required for operation. The cable is also available with a surface-mounted switch or a cord switch. The mounting clips are best suited for screwing on the light. Alternatively, you can screw on these metal plates and attach the light magnetically. You can connect additional lights to the first light up to a maximum length of 20 meters. For a seamless transition, you need a direct connector for each connection. The 12 cm connecting cable is recommended for creating corners or curves. The 100 cm connecting cable can be used to bridge longer distances. This gives us a fantastic modular system that can be customized to suit your individual requirements. However, this also means that all components must be added to the shopping cart individually. There are several options for mounting: adhesive, mounting clips, magnets or cable ties. Adhesive has the advantage that no tools are required, except perhaps scissors for double-sided adhesive tape. The best method is probably mounting clips. The clips are simply screwed into place and the strips are then pressed into them. What I find very practical about these clips is that they snap into place anywhere on the light strip. It is important to ensure that the screws you want to use are not too long, so that they do not protrude from the top of the kitchen cabinet. The screws can be easily tightened with a screwdriver or a cordless screwdriver. If the screws keep slipping and it is difficult to screw them into the wood, you can help yourself by drilling or hammering a very small hole in the wood. Once there is a small indentation in the wood, the screws are much easier to screw in. For magnetic attachment, metal plates must be screwed onto the wood and the strips can then be attached to these. The advantage is that the strip can be removed relatively easily. This can be useful if you want to clean the strip at some point. Please note that the surface of the strip should only be wiped with a damp cloth. This means that the strip should not be immersed in water for cleaning. Let's move on to the last point. If the strips are hidden behind a cover or mirror, they can also be easily attached with cable ties. Without additional lighting, you are always standing in your own light at many work surfaces, such as in the kitchen. My own shadow gets in the way when I'm working. And we want to illuminate this area better and more pleasantly. But what is actually the best position for the light? You should make sure that the light does not dazzle. Fortunately, with this product, the light mainly shines downwards and not directly into your eyes. This kitchen already has a wooden cover, so that the lights behind it are hidden from view and cannot dazzle. If you want to do it particularly well, you can retrofit a wooden strip in your kitchen if it is not already there. If you mount the light very far back, near the wall, shadows are cast on my work surface. Therefore, I prefer to mount the light as far forward as possible. However, you have to make sure that the wooden cover at the front does not get in the way and prevent you from illuminating the entire surface. There are several ways to switch the light on and off. Built-in kitchens often have sockets above the cabinets. The light can simply be plugged in here and then conveniently switched on and off using the light switch. To do this, simply thread the cable behind the cabinet. For fastening the cables, we offer plastic clips in our online shop that can also be easily screwed on. If you wish, you can upgrade your light switch or socket with a smart relay from Shelly. Then, the lighting can be switched not only via the light switch, but also via the app or voice assistant. For cabinets, we offer these door switches, which automatically turn on the lighting when the doors are opened. These are also suitable for sliding doors. We also offer this surface-mounted switch with cable. The switch is simply screwed on and then the plug is inserted into the socket. This version with a cord switch is slightly slimmer and also available. About 2 years ago, we ordered a similar product from another manufacturer. And because we had often had problems with them in the past, I decided to open the product and take a look at the quality. What I found was a complete disaster, because the 230-volt cables inside had not been properly crimped. Improper electrical connections heat up during operation and, in the worst case, can become so hot that these lights ignite spontaneously. This means that there is a real possibility that your entire house could burn down. And I think it's important to know that not every product you can order online is really safe. I thought it would only be fair to take a closer look at the product we are talking about in this video. So I'm going to open up one of these LED sticks and we'll take a look inside together. I'm curious to see what we find. The light is sealed, so I have to break it open. That makes a very good impression at first, and I really have to use some force here. I need to get a few more tools and try a few things, but I can work my way through it piece by piece. Here's the magnet for attaching it. Yes, and what I see here now looks very good. which is what I expected from this supplier. There are neat electrical connections on the circuit board and everything makes a good impression. This plug connection will be used to seal the product permanently and is also of impeccable quality. Here we have a very good example of how important it is for us as retailers to carry out thorough quality checks from time to time, which is certainly not the case with every seller on the internet. This competing product is definitely a fire hazard, so we did not sell it and immediately sent it back to the supplier.